Okay.
Thank
So
you.
again, thank you and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for attending VST's 2021 Tech Summit. And again, I'm Nico Echevarria. I would like to discuss the importance of edge data centers and the current digital economy. Okay.
Nico, would you mind
Yes.
turning on your video? Would love to see your
I I,
face.
I tried actually. I've been
You
trying.
opted not to. You opted not to.
And this is the what do you call this? What I can do. Yeah, it's not working the camera.
All
I'm not
right,
sure
all right,
why.
all right. I
Yeah.
understand. Okay,
So that's
okay.
my
So,
face 2 years
okay,
ago
okay.
before the COVID.
We'll just contend with your voice. Okay, thanks,
Yeah.
Nico. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. All right. So we will be discussing today the following agenda relating to local edge. We start with market disruptors and digital disruptors, then discuss the business drivers pushing innovation. We talk about customer challenges, then the benefits of edge computing, and keys to successful edge solutions. And take note, there will be game later and giveaways to those who will answer fast and correct to my questions later would win APC jackets. Okay, so take note and later good luck to the questions. Okay, so let's first take a look at the technology trends that are creating both opportunities to accelerate business and competitive pressures. From those on the left side, those early adopters in the industry that leverage on what we considered before as developing technologies. Companies are investing different types of technologies to collect, process, and transmit data in real time so that they can accelerate processes, improve their customer responsiveness and experience, and even increase their speed to market. With this adoption, we saw smart retail, smart cities, and smart buildings to begin to emerge. However, more recent technologies such as IoT are bringing even more opportunities to accelerate change and a need to further digitize our work. To gain a competitive edge, many companies are looking beyond the developed technologies. They're embracing IoT and artificial intelligence. After all, it was really just a few years ago we were talking about IoT as an emerging technology. It's now a reality and we are looking at AI as developing technology. We shortly, most of us will consider it as developed. Okay, so examples already exist in the broader business environment, shaping the companies that you interact with every day. What used to be human intensive now is becoming more IT intensive. Let's look at a few business drivers and the technology used to address them yesterday and tomorrow. So first, for industrial example, businesses are automating workflows to increase productivity, particularly in manufacturing. Yesterday, forklifts were used in the warehouse, but today, robots are increasing processing speed at lower cost. For retail, it's becoming critical to continuously increase the customer experience and simultaneously reduce cost. So yesterday we automated registers, now technology for the cashier. Tomorrow, the technology will replace the cashier with self-checkout. Now lastly for healthcare, the objective is to reduce cost while increasing patient satisfaction results. Therefore, we've seen a focus on reducing patient recovery time while improving surgical accuracy and control. We are all familiar over the past decade with the many surgeries moving to minimally invasive procedures. And this decade, we expect to see increased use of robotics surgery with remote diagnostics and medical consultation. So, looking at the digital disruptors, there and there, there's a new group of companies we're encountering. We call them digital disruptors. These companies are building their value proposition in a promise that relies on digital technology, such as customer experience. They don't look like yesterday's company or competitor, and they're spending on technology and setting new expectations and possibilities in their industry. So some examples would be Amazon. They came up with digital unmanned retail store, but this technology can be seen in our country as well. Think of self-service kiosks for McDonald's or KFC. They are completely unmanned. Everything is handled by IT. Another example is the use of augmented reality applications or AR. Instead of offering them all sizes and colors in a store, a clothing retailer has someone come in store to try on basic item like shirt. Customers use AR to try different colors or styles on virtually. Then they will select the size and color and has the exact item shipped directly to the customer, often same day or next day. And one more example for you is healthcare company that operates urgent care centers, which are alternatives to emergency rooms, displays their wait times directly on the billboards. If someone is feeling sick and driving, they can see that. We also have examples in industrial markets. The use of robotics, AI, and sensors are being used to transform logistics and increase speed to market for many businesses. When oil and gas pumps break, they cannot produce. Forbes reported that single day of downtime for an LNG or liquefied natural gas facility can cost up to 25 million, and that happens 5 times a year. Sensors collecting maintenance and performance data in this field alert management promptly and proactively so actions can be taken to prevent downtime. So we're talking about preventive maintenance there. Warehouses are using robots now and analytics to identify the fastest route to move goods for fulfillment. I think you've seen videos of both Boston Dynamics doing this, and according to McKinsey and Company, using AR and robotics could lead to an estimated gain of 89% incremental value over time for the transportation industry. Drones are used in oil and gas exploration to conduct surveys, perform surveillance, or inspect remote facilities at far less cost than alternative methods. In manufacturing, drones are being used to monitor machine performance, to detect failures and report them to plant management to prevent or reduce downtime. Okay, now finally, even at our own plant at Schneider Electric Smart Factory in Indonesia, virtual reality goggles were deployed to help maintenance workers through the process of fixing faulty machinery, as well as real-time reporting on plant operations that relieves managers of the need to prepare weekly reports, increasing worker productivity by about 17%. So it's not just me reporting to you, it's even Schneider Electric embracing the future. Okay, so what are the common strategic business objectives that are best to leverage from these digital technology advancements? Some objectives we are seeing for 2021 are creating superior customer experience, streamlining business processes to decrease costs, automating workflows to increase productivity, and digitizing core processes to increase speed to market. I think these, we believe these are the similar objectives that business owners have that will be leveraging a lot or gaining a lot from technological advancements. So we introduced new technologies. We now know of them, from smart factories to digital health to video analytics. They require a whole lot different of computing support. Considering that today's customers want real-time, lagging, nandiyan na, instant, on-demand, personal experiences, they don't tolerate delays or downtime. Sipin mo, walang ka ng signal, so ganun katindi ang need for on-demand experiences. So si Gartner summarizes the critical requirements in meeting these new technologies objectives into 5 main factors. First is latency, of course, reduce it to less than 100 milliseconds or so. Security should be ensured, and privacy of both of them, of data being collected while complying with regulatory requirements. The bandwidth should be there, be able to handle massive data streams and interpret them locally to the client or users. And then interactivity. It means support interactive experiences like virtual reality, AI, and etc. Of course, you want it to run by itself so that there will be less need for staff to handle them by having autonomy. When we look at these requirements of delivering low latency, autonomy, security, adequate bandwidth, and interactivity, it's not surprising that bringing the computing closer to the user is the best approach to bridge these limitations. Think back to some of the technologies that we described earlier: AR, virtual reality, IT, IoT, healthcare on-site data storage. Businesses are relying on technology to power their most important outcomes, from the customer experience to increasing automation productivity. and all require real-time data locally, without delay, without compromise of security. Edge computing moves the applications and data that people and devices need closer to them. It's a type of IT deployment that moves away from big cloud-based data centers more towards on IT or distributed IT. Okay. Benefits of these solutions are driving rapid growth in edge computing projects. In fact, in 2021, it's expected that over 40% of enterprises will have active edge computing projects underway, up from 1% in 2017. And it's not surprising that expected that we will double the number of IoT connected devices from an estimated 30.7 billion devices in 2020 to 75 billion. By 2025, Gardner predicts that 75% of enterprise data will be created and processed at the edge. So it's real. Edge is real. So we see some challenges. Of course, there's an adoption, but there's a lot of challenges there in deploying edge data centers. We see three from our discussions with all our customers. First would be physical security. This is a major focus due to the rise of regulations and cost of data breaches, which are often caused by physical security issues. In fact, 29% of data breaches are due to physical security. I believe there's 4 million average cost of corporate data breach. Furthermore, with new regulations making physical security compulsory, it's not surprising that 50% of CIOs point to security as a major focus for them personally. Next issue is deployment. So marami pong sa ating clients are usually doing edge in an ad hoc basis. Problem is we see a high demand in edge, but a lot of people doesn't know how to do it. We see a skill gap is growing. Gartner has predicted that by 2020, 75% of organizations will experience visible business disruptions due to infrastructure and operational skill gaps. And last, of course, having so many IT sites. Management of this type of environment will be critical. So, of course, you are depending a lot more on your edge. And now you want to ensure maximum performance of that edge data center. Unfortunately, many IT staff in the enterprises corporate are at full capacity. And there's a study that 25% of IT staff have suffered stress-related illnesses. In 2018 survey, IT managers are among the top 25 most stressful jobs in the US. How much more in the Philippines? Okay. So another consideration is the actual edge computing physical environment. This is a primary concern for many businesses as the edge data center may be in a space not originally designed for IT equipment. The industry, or let's say an industrial harsh environment, it may be harsh with challenges such as temperature control, dust, even exposure to water. And it may not have the same restricted access. Next type of environment is commercial. Think of a hospital, retail outlet, or educational location. The space will be likely be more of a commercial office environment. However, while likely not subject to the same environmental concerns, same as the left side, they lack restricted access or security. And finally, some clients have ideal IT environments available, but again, these might be traditional wiring closets or telecom rooms. So ensuring availability of adequate power and security will continue to be a primary concern. So Schneider, of course, have addressed these challenges, and we believe in three main solutions. The first one would be edge management software services. For reasons we have discussed, we believe it's most critical to have the management software and services to support these critical objectives. The distributed nature plus limited qualified IT staff drives an increasing need for a comprehensive management solution. We also believe that we need ecosystem of partners. Considering the complexity of the technology, solutions, security requirements, and services involved, you will require an ecosystem of partners or a partner that can bring an ecosystem. We believe that no one can solve the challenge on their own, and an ecosystem of partners will be required. And lastly, integrated systems. In this distributed IT architecture, standardization and customization is required and best delivered by integrated system, something that is pre-designed but still flexible. That's what we believe. So these three are the answers that Schneider has come up to address the edge challenges. One of our partners, Worldwide Technology, they are one of the largest system integrators, says that they are able to save 40% of deployment time using integrated solutions. So other benefits of an integrated solution or pre-configured solution includes 25 to 40% reduction in field engineering cost, 20% increase in order processing, so speed to market, and then finally 7% reduction in maintenance cost. So just imagine having several sites just talking to one vendor or one partner. That's the easier way to do it. Okay. We believe delivering a standardized or customized IT solution in multiple environments should be simple to deploy and manage. Integrated systems are complete with management and physical security options, a physical enclosure, UPS, power distribution, and cooling. Our EcoStruxure data center solution portfolio provides these complete systems for various environments: industrial, commercial, and IT. Each of these environments have different needs. For example, temperature and dust are concerns in the IT, industrial and harsh environments. In commercial and office environments, customers or employees may be walking right by the equipment, so you need security. So different edge applications need different edge solutions with respect to both scale and environment. The trick now, to make something standardized, but also flexible. And this is done by having all options available. First would be configure to order, pre-assembled solutions, converged turnkey, and basic to advanced security. So those are the solutions. Our solutions also are pre-configured and pre-designed. This is no guesswork design, basically. We have developed our own software so that the solution that will be coming to your site are pre-configured, pre-tested, and it will work and will be able to supply the requirements. Okay. So to address the difficulty of managing multiple sites, Schneider believes that a cloud-based DSIM solution is the best way to go. Cloud-based DSIM solution. So we call this EcoStruxure IT. It simplifies the work of IT staff by providing him predictive and prescriptive data. So I think you've heard those words before, but Schneider is doing it already, and that those data will let you or your IT staff know when and how the data center might fail. As this is a subscription service, it is cheaper and easier to deploy and to access. We call this EcoStruxure IT, cloud-based DSIM to manage your edge data centers. Okay, so this is my last slide. Businesses are undergoing deep digital transformation to get ahead in the new digital economy. We believe that an edge data center management software is integrated. We believe in that the edge DC management software ecosystem of partners integrated systems will help simplify design, deployment, and management at the edge, ultimately providing our customers with certainty in a digital transformation. Okay, so that's the end of my slide. Hi, Miss Karen. So I would assume you're asking about the monitoring cloud-based monitoring system, right?
Go ahead, Karen. Please confirm. Then lang sa chat window.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So good question po. Any equipment that can send out data. So it's either SNMP or any protocol. So as long as kaya po niya magbato ng data, yes, kaya po makuha or ma-absorb po yan, ma-collect po yan ng monitoring system natin. So it might need some uh, converter if needed. But if it's SNMP protocol or Modbus TCP, kayang-kaya po. You just need to connect. You just need to pass it through gateway. You can download the gateway just download the gateway, run it in a server or a laptop. And basta po naka-add may IP address na yon, yung genset na yon, you can address it, connect sa gateway, and automatically you can access those data in the EcoStruxure IT application, either from your phone or website in your laptop. So
All
what we
right.
did for this solution, i-add ko na lang din. This is an open solution, open software, and it can connect even non-Schneider products. Actually, even the physical information of your servers, as long as it can communicate with Redfish or ILO, yes, it still can get those data.
Okay, so we have another question from Sir Rogelio de la Rosa. Can EcoStruxure do a seamless integration with BMS and software level?
Yes. So thank you for the question, Sir Rogelio. So both ways, either the EcoStruxure is providing data to the BMS or the BMS providing data to EcoStruxure, it can do both. It's running on open APIs or several open protocols, and it can communicate. Good thing, especially for us, we have done it for several BMS brands already. But good thing is that even in our own BMS brand, Schneider BMS, it's really integrating well. So yes, it can seamlessly integrate with BMS software. Hi, Miss Daisy. Yes, that's a good question. So our software is not proprietary. It's not only for APC or Schneider products. Yes, it can connect to other vendors, other UPS brand or PDU brand. I'll not name them, but we actually have those. If those who are interested to have another deeper session for EcoStruxure, we can even show you a live one of our data centers, and we have those brands, third-party brands that we can access to live. You can see them. Yes, we can access as long as they're communicating via common protocols like SNMP or Modbus TCP. Okay, so one more question from Sir Rogelio. Yes, it can provide SMS and email notifications. So you just need to click that on one of the for the email, you just need to click, but for the SMS, you just need an SMS gateway for it to work. Another question. Since it's cloud-based, subscription-based, how long, short, a typical subscription is? When is the renewal? Okay, so once you purchase, it will only start once you enroll or use the license. So that's day one. And we have several options. We have 1 year, 3 years, or 5-year subscription. Minimum amount of nodes or number of devices you can connect is 5, and we have several other options when you go bigger, but 5 nodes minimum and 1 year minimum as well. What models can you offer mission critical servers for SMB? Can you offer for mission? So when I am trying to provide a solution for a server, let's say, is this one rack, Sir Jose, or how big is this solution or your requirement? Well, let's say if there's an item that needs will occupy just one rack, we have several solutions. We call it micro data centers. So that one can house up to 33 U. It has 33 U space where you can put your servers, network switches, everything. Up to 3.5 kilowatt power and cooling it will provide. The power and cooling I mentioned earlier is embedded. It's there included in the micro data center in the rack. So that is IP rated, IP21, and basically it's enclosed, and you can put it in a commercial space without needing to build a room. But if you're going to get bigger, maybe 10 racks, I will recommend EcoStruxure Row Data Center. It's a pre-configured solution, but still flexible. It has cooling, power, the enclosures, the PDUs, pre-configured, pre-designed, and containment system, which basically aesthetically would look good. Everything will look the same. So EcoStruxure Row Data Center is what I will recommend for that one. All of those will have UPSs that are double conversion or at the forefront on the technological or innovative capabilities, because your server, mission critical server, will require a reliable UPS and a reliable cooling. Call it secure power and secure cooling. I hope that answers your question, Sir Jose.